Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
Guys, the chicken is here. We're back today with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we're hanging up the skates. I think that's it. That's all. Season 47, it's been good to us, and a little bit disappointed if this is how we end up going out, but we'll talk about all of that and more in this video. Guys, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. I know I say it all the time, but I do appreciate those of you that do take the time to hit the button, because we're almost at, I think, we're just hit 35 or something like that, but I think hitting 50K on this channel would be like a cool lifetime goal. So, you know, it doesn't change anything for you guys. Sometimes they show you the videos, sometimes they don't. YouTube's weird now, but I appreciate it if you hit that button for me. So, here's where we're at. Not a good time for the Wi-Fi to go out. Here's where we're at, guys. So, 24 and 34 stars. I tried, man. I honestly did. We got up to 24.44, and I tried to get to that 24.50, but man, these two losses right here, especially this one at 2 seconds, really just kind of, I don't know, that just kind of sucked the wind right out of my sails, so to speak, of my warship, right? That kind of makes sense. Sails, boats, but that really it was just like, okay, this is not going to be just a straight easy push into 25. And you know, the thing was, as we take a look at the texture here, you know, people, as all the other players started to get building health, and I was pretty early to this stuff too, as everyone else started to get building health, and you know, I seemed to just always face a base that had building health and the sky shield. You know, maybe they were missing one of the multi-nodes or something I got earlier on, but man, those were tough. So we're going to go over what you guys need to know going into the last weekend, where your push points are going to be at, what kind of base you need to make. This one worked for me. This is actually supposed to be a Sky Shield base, with the Sky Shield down there. I took it from one of the guys in the Chicken Ship Task Force. I forget what his name is. I think it's Reese. But we'll show you how it looks like with the Sky Shield there. Oh, he's actually changed it. Wow. So he might be still going, but yeah. So I don't know. It was we just needed. I don't know. I really don't know. It just it got really tough towards the end. So I figured this would be a good place to call it. The thing is, I'm gonna be busy this weekend. I'm taking the old man on a fishing trip on Saturday for Father's Day. So the only other time I'd have to push, and I'm gonna be busy at work all day tomorrow. So, yeah, the only real time I'd have to push is right now, and I think at this point, without the Sky Shield, it's looking a little bit bleak. But the good thing is we've probably nailed the top 500, I would assume. We'll watch it over the next day or so, and we'll do an emergency if we have to go back in. Hopefully not like last season where the emergency becomes noticeable at like 2 o'clock in the morning when I was asleep. But, yeah. So we are parked, and, you know, I know some of you don't like when I park, but the thing is, I do the same thing every season. I go for the top 500, and I stop when I think I either can't get any higher than I'm at, or I don't have time to play anymore. So I think this is, with everything, you know, taken into consideration, probably the highest I'm going to get. Maybe I could get 25 with the Sky Shield, but why risk it? I still have a little bit of PTSD from watching Optistroy stream last season when he went back in, the poor guy. I missed the top 100 last season too, but he went back in at like rank 24, and I think went all the way down to 23 in one stream, and it was just like, man, I don't want that to happen. So I don't know. I mean, we could do it right now. We're not on a win streak though, but but yeah. So let's go over what you guys need to know going into the last day of the weekend. So last day and the last few days of the season. So here's your push points. Number 1, building health. If you don't have building health, you really can't compete. Now, you're going to be able to get ahead. I would say get to 70R and get to troop damage. That should get you 2150 if that's your goal. After that, you're really going to need the building health. All the 22s, they're going to have building health very soon. And your next stop is get the freaking Sky Shield. That thing is amazing. I'll show you some hits where it slows you down, man. It prevents you from partying in ER. It prevents you from doing a lot of things, prevents you from flaring at the very end. So yeah, that would be what you need to do. Now, the other thing is the grappler actually looks like the better of the very last prototypes that we get now. So I would switch over to a grappler base with the sky shield if you can manage that. Then, if you're still going to be able to unlock stuff, I would go for all of the green mines, because with all of the mines, all the regular mines here, we can actually have, I think it's, somebody added up, I think it's 60 regular mines. So if you're having problems with Seekers, that should solve it. that should be, finished in and of itself. And then just go back, fill up your defenses, gravity multi-nodes. That's typically what you want to do, and especially in this meta right now. Defense is really good. Defense was really good kind of all season. So if you can just stack your defense, that's what's going to get you ahead. The attacks are great, but they're only going to get you up to a certain point until you start facing bases like mine that also have the sky shield in it, right? So that's where it's going to be. So next, let's go over the attack. Now, admittedly, my attacks were not great. I think that was something that kind of held me back, especially on these hits. Let's go over 237. That was my time today, guys. Like, look at this, 237. I knew if I got 237. Look, I got like 4 or 5 in a row. I knew if I got 237, we were gonna be okay. Any less than that, and it was a wash. So 1, 2, 3, 4 attacks. 4 attacks at 237, and this one was 236. So, anyways, let's just go over one, and I'll walk you guys through it. So, heavy choppers and bombardiers. Now, this is the way I was doing it. I think the better way to do it is to clear the front defenses and then drop an extra one on the right side. So I think going 2-3 over here, and then allowing them to clear the front, and then going 1-2 here, depending on how the layout is. Sometimes the layout is like this. Basically, you want to do that or reverse it, depending on where all the buildings are, right? So either go like this on this side, or like that on the other side. And what's the problem that I kept running into was all my troops would kind of just meet in the middle, and then they wouldn't really fan out properly, you know what I mean? If you delay them a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit, because remember, it's a base race. If you delay them just a little bit, and then they're going straight for where you want them to go. These guys kind of ended up doing it, but then you have to baby them, right? You have to spend so much gunboat energy just to keep the stupid things alive, because they don't have anything in front of them. But you can see right here, I'm starting to run into that problem right now, where everyone is just kind of funneling towards the middle, and we're not really running through the base that much faster. So, yeah. So I mean, we'll watch it. The good thing is we've got six chests now. So I mean, if we want to take a day off and watch the leaderboard, we're not going to be punished for that. We can be able to grab our chests and pick up exactly right where we left off. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. But for me, for now, I'm happy with that, and I think that's going to be the finish for the season. So you guys let me know what you think down below in that comment section. I definitely tried to not leave it as close as last season. Last season I was like, it was right on the edge, and it was going to be tricky. But this season I made sure to at least get go to where I wanted to get, do a couple more hits. Unfortunately, we didn't finish at our absolute highest point. We did get to 2444, which isn't crazy amazing by any means, but we'll see what happens. We're at 178. We've been there pretty well all day, so I'm feeling pretty comfortable with this. But you guys let me know what you think down below in the comment section. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. That is going to wrap it up for the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. Catch you next one, guys. Checking out back.